Don't mind my James Earl Jones voice this morning. I'm doing battle with the crud. It's not going to win, but I'm doing battle with the crud. If you were an Episcopalian prior to the new prayer book, or you were Roman Catholic prior to the Second Vatican Council, this week, the week before, and the week after had very special, funny Latin names to them. I remember chuckling when I was at St. James in Clintonville, the Episcopal Church in Clintonville, putting these long names up on the board. Septuagesima, Sexagesima. Does this ring a bell with anyone? No. Okay. Quinquagesima, right? These 3 weeks prior to Ash Wednesday were called sometimes Shrovetide. Shrovetide. And it ended on Shrove Tuesday, which is the day before Ash Wednesday. Septuagesima, which was last week, was 70 days. Sexagesima, which is today, is 60 days. Quinquagesima, which is next week, is 50 days. The church would actually start to wear purple. The Alleluia would have disappeared last week. The Gloria would have disappeared this week. It was like we were slowly weaning ourselves off and getting ready for Ash Wednesday. If you remember, the Orthodox Church today is called Meat Fair Sunday, because the whole Orthodox Church goes vegan for Lent. So they kind of eased their way in. Today was the day they would give up meat. Next week is called Cheese Fair because they would give up dairy products. But now we all just go cold turkey on Ash Wednesday. Either way, this is a period which is like a pregame warm-up. All right? This is pre-Lent. This is Lent preparation where you should ask yourself the question, what am I going to do for Lent? What am I going to do for Lent? I say this a lot. I say it at Advent. I said it last year at Lent. You should come out of Lent a substantially different Christian than you will begin it. It's an intense period of grace which is meant to change you. You should be different when you encounter the Lord's passion, death, and resurrection at Easter. You know, right now, kind of in our Western Christianity, well, we'll give up stuff for Lent, right? That lasts till about the third week of Lent. We give up chocolate, we give up alcohol, we give up biting our fingernails. They become like New Year's resolutions. And then if we make it to Easter, we fire back into it right when Easter's over with. What does that do? Nothing. Nothing. You may drop a pant size by Easter, but that's about it. We don't get it this year, but in other years, the Old Testament readings for these 3 Sundays are always from the book of Genesis, and they're mainly about the story of the creation of Adam and Eve and the Garden of Eden. Why? Because these 3 Sundays of Lent are meant to slowly start opening your eyes to who we are as full humans. In our Thursday night adult class, we're reading this really cool book by N.T. Wright, who's a bishop in the Anglican Church. He's, I think, one of the finest New Testament scholars. It's called The Day the Revolution Began, and it's really getting to the core of what the cross is. I encourage you to grab it, come to our adult study on Thursdays, or grab it for yourself to read during Lent, because it's awesome. And the Lord has really kind of showed me a new theme for this Lent via this book. Why were you created? And what were you created for? At your core, as a human being, you were created to be a royal priesthood. At your core, as a human being, you are meant to be a royal priesthood. What am I talking about? When you read the beginning of Genesis, and we can argue if Adam and Eve are real people, it doesn't matter. It's the story that matters. God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, perfect communion, Trinity and unity, absolute eternal love. Father, loving His perfect image, the Son, and the love of His union and the Holy Spirit. This kind of 3-in-1 communion. By the nature of love, love can't be self-contained. Love has to be shared. Love invites others to share love. And the spilling out of that love is creation. And so for 6 days, God us. And what did we do on the seventh day? It's the Sabbath rest, right? God didn't need a nap because it was really hard making Jupiter and Saturn and it wore out. The Sabbath rest, as we know it, is called rest because it's covenant. When you are one with God and fully alive and living in His love, and I think my mind died, so I'll start walking around. When you're living in His love, there's perfect peace, there's unity, and there's rest. That's the meaning of that rest. And it happens on the seventh day. That's why the Sabbath is important. It becomes the liturgy of creation. So you have the place, the Garden of Eden, you have the liturgy, the seventh day of the covenant, and so what do you need next? Priests. Adam and Eve, the priests. What do I mean? God tells them when they're in the garden to do two things. Abad and shamar. Abad in Hebrew means to serve. Shamar means to guard. What's fascinating is in that Leviticus reading, anytime the priests are called to do something, they're called to Abad and Shamar. The terminology that was said to Adam and Eve is the same terminology that's used in the Old Testament to talk about what priests do in the temple. Because the temple looks like the Garden of Eden. There's water, there's pomegranate and fruit trees and all kinds of images on the walls. Instead of the tree of life, there's a menorah. Guess what? Our churches look the same. There's water. There's lights. There's food to eat. God has been calling us back to the garden from the very beginning. And what's our role to abide and shamar? Is to use all of our gifts and talents to worship the Lord how? By offering everything back up to God. You know this, as a priest, here in very short minutes, I will take bread and wine and offer them to God, and they become the very body and blood of Jesus. Bread is a symbol of the earth, right? Wheat comes from, wheat is crushed to make the bread. Wine is a symbol of us because it's mixed with water. It's everything of humanity being offered to God. That's the role of the priest. As a human being, for you to be fully alive in God, and to enjoy the Sabbath rest, and to serve and to guard, what you need to do is offer everything back up in perfect worship to God. What happened? We've used our priesthood, our human priesthood, to worship false idols. Things that aren't God. Pride, power, envy, anger, lust. And when we give all of our priesthood to those foreign idols, not only do we become less human, we give them more power, and we become broken. The reason why humanity is in a mess is because we're not exercising our priesthood the way God has called us to exercise it, because we've been worshiping false gods. That's the human condition. Jesus comes to break the false idols, to make you fully alive. St. Irenaeus always said, the glory of God is humanity fully alive. And to be fully alive, you need to be the royal priesthood that worships God alone and not all these false idols. Because in worshiping the false idols, we become broken. It's like God says to you, here is a brand new spanking yacht with all the bells and whistles. And then we try to take that yacht and fly off a cliff. It's going to break. Because it's not how it was programmed to be. In worshiping false gods, we are not being fully human. That's why we're in a mess. And that's why Jesus came to break it all. So, what are we going to do for Lent? The deeper question than just giving up chocolate is asking the Lord to show you what your idols are. I say plural because I think for a lot of us, not all of us, you probably have more than a couple. If you don't have any idols, let me know. I can put a statue of you right here next to the altar. So I can assure you we're all in the same boat. What in your life is more worship than God? Oh, dear God, right? What in your life is more time than God? What in your life is preventing you from being fully human? Therefore, what are you truly worshiping? That's a hard question, right? I'm going to give up something for a little bit. Because what we're called to do is give up the idols and smash them. This is pre-Lent. You have 10 days to figure out what one idol is. I encourage you just to look for one. What is one idol that's preventing you from being fully human and fully alive? What is that something you are giving more attention and energy and love and worship to that's not of God? Can you imagine a life without the idols? It's then that you'll be at peace. It's then that you'll be in love. It's then that you'll be fully human. And that's the whole point of Lent, is to go to our risen Lord, where love is spilled out. Because the whole goal of Lent are the 3 great days. Monday, Thursday, Good Friday, and Easter Vigil, Easter. Because it's the passion, death, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. It's who we are as Christians. Those are not optional days for us. Those aren't, oh, well, I know those are maybe. It's who we are as Christians. Because if it's not the passion, death, and resurrection, we don't get caught in the bottom water. We don't get to enjoy the fruit of the resurrection here in the Eucharist. It's who we are. Because that's what we're most alive. Is when we are one with Christ in his passion, death, and resurrection, and rise into glory and begin the new creation. That's the whole point. You are to come out and